Hello everyone and welcome back to the Black Panda channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at the Ethereum ETFs. They have been live for the last 24 hours, and in the last 24 hours we saw a net inflow of more than $100 million. Very nice inflow from the ETF companies. And even though Grayscale sold more than $484 million worth of ETH yesterday, we still saw a positive inflow for the ETFs. So for those that are new to my videos, I hope you hit the subscribe button, like button for more informal content on anything crypto related, whether it be using your decentralized exchange, centralized exchanges, and all the news that come up during the week. Let's get into it. So I'm currently on Cointelegraph. So spot Ethereum ETFs post 107 million inflows on first day. The newly launched spot ETH funds posted positive net flows despite being weighed down by 485 million of bleeding from Grayscale's Ethereum trust. So Grayscale, similar to the Bitcoin ETF when it started all the way back in January the 9th, Grayscale were the only ETF company that was selling due to the fact that they're the first ETF company and their fees are relatively high as compared to the new ones. So people are pulling out of Grayscale and going into the new ETF companies. We're talking your BlackRock, your Fidelity, and the others. So nice that we saw a net inflow of 100 million. Despite that, the price of ETH has not moved whatsoever, has not moved one bit. So if we scroll down, we can see the Ethereum ETF flow table. So we can see that the first one is BlackRock, Fidelity, Bitwise, 21 shares, and the rest of them. So BlackRock yesterday bought more than $266 million worth of Ethereum. So we have BlackRock that is leading everyone. Then we have Fidelity, they bought 71. Then Bitwise just behind BlackRock with more than $204 million worth of ETH. Then obviously we have Grayscale at the very end, and they sold more than $484 million worth of ETH. So they are the ones that weighed down the net flow. So if it wasn't for Grayscale, maybe we would have seen a price movement on ETH, maybe 5-10% movement on the ETH price. But unfortunately, due to the fact that Grayscale sold, then yeah, not as much movement, basically no movement from yesterday. So the inflows to the newborn spot ETF were enough to overcome the bleeding from Grayscale's Ethereum trust, which outflowed 484 million on one day, equating to 5% of the once $9 billion fund. So they had $9 billion worth of ETH. They shed 5% in a single day. So we will see a continuation of shedding from Grayscale. They will continue shedding their ETH. And while they're shedding, it is important that we do not panic. It's a similar situation to when the Bitcoin ETF was approved. We had some shedding from Grayscale, prices went a bit down, but after the ETF companies absorbed all of the shedding, absorbed all of the sell pressure, we saw a huge movement from Bitcoin going to all-time highs. I do see something similar for Ethereum. So the ETH by Grayscale was launched by Grayscale back in 2017 and allowed institutional investors to buy ETH. However, it imposed a 6-month lockdown on all investments. So that is what it comes to the Ethereum. So currently I'm on Bloomberg. So what is Bloomberg saying about the ETFs? So ETH ETFs trade over 1 billion in strong crypto fund debut. So the 1 billion is just the trading volume. It is the inflows and net flows combined. It is the whole trading volume. So trading volume still trade amount posted by Bitcoin ETF. So it's just behind how much the ETF companies used on the Bitcoin ETFs, which is respectable since Bitcoin had a higher market cap and more people, more institutions believe in Bitcoin. So despite the two debuts for two of the funds rank among some of the best ever. So that is from BlackRock and probably BlackRock and Bitwise. BlackRock and Bitwise each spent more than 200 million yesterday on the Ethereum ETFs. So the first US ETFs that invest directly in Ether made strong debuts, with some seeing relatively high trading volumes for their opening sessions. Over 1 billion shares traded over the 9 exchange traded funds, while that's far from the 4.6 billion traded during the launch of the Bitcoin ETFs in January. So 4 billion was the trading volume back in January the 9th for the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So it's still a robust start for the first day ETFs. Several of the funds are finishing the day among the top 50 highest traded US ETF debuts of all time. So there is a strong demand. Imagine they're trading amongst the top 50 highest traded US ETF debuts of all time. That is a very positive news for Ethereum. Very positive news for Ethereum. So in other news, Ethereum ETFs soar with 361 million volume in the first 90 minutes. So in the first 90 minutes, we saw an influx of 361 million in trading volume. 361 million in trading volume. So that is what is going on with Ether currently. Now, with these ETFs coming into play, institutional investors coming into play, we will see a rise within the Ethereum ecosystem. So I'm currently on CoinMarketCap. We're looking at the top Ethereum ecosystem coins by market capitalization. So the first one being Ethereum, the king, second biggest cryptocurrency. Then we have Shiba Inu. Then we have SHIB. SHIB will always follow its daddy. SHIB is the biggest coin on ETH, and it will always, and I mean always, follow Ethereum. It will always follow its daddy. So once volume starts picking up and we see an influx, of movement to the upside for ETH, SHIB should also follow. And you know, when it comes to these meme coins, they move heavily. So last time we saw SHIB reaching a market cap of somewhere within $60 billion. $60 billion. So that is still a 6x from here. 6x. So it is still very possible. And Ethereum might be reaching $10,000 very soon. So all the coins within the Ethereum ecosystem, I'm talking your Renda, your ARB, all these coins should see a positive influx as Ethereum grows due to the buying pressure from the ETF companies. So all these coins should follow the trajectory of ETH. We have Jasmy coin, my favorite. I love Jasmy. It will also be following its godfather ETH. So it is important that we look at the Ethereum ecosystem. There's a lot of movements that will be coming within the Ethereum ecosystems. Then for those that want coins within the Ethereum ecosystem that are not yet on CoinMarketCap, not yet on centralized exchanges, you can simply use Dick Screener, come to the Ethereum tab, and you can see one of the best performing coins within the Ethereum ecosystem. Currently, I'm looking at the two Pepes, Pepe and PayPay, which is basically the Chinese version of Pepe. We have Pepe that has a market cap of $5 billion. Then we have PayPay, which has a market cap of just 125 million. So if we round it off to a market cap of 100 million, it is still a 50x away from Pepe. 50x away from Pepe. So this is the Chinese version of Pepe. But there's also some other nice coins within the Ethereum ecosystem that you can look at. We also have Hoppy. Love Hoppy. Made some very nice gains on Hoppy. It has a market cap of 45 million. A lot of upside potential still on Hoppy. Then if we look at the chart for ETH, we can see, let's supercharge the full chart for Ethereum. I want you to see that we are forming basically a head and shoulders pattern. This is a head and shoulders pattern. No, so this is a head and shoulders pattern, and I don't know where it's gonna get to on the right shoulder, but let's basically put it somewhere here. Then quickly remove this. Then we will see a breakout to the upside. We will see a breakout to the upside. After this right shoulder is complete, we will see a breakout to the upside, potentially reaching all-time highs. So Ethereum is here. The chart is beautiful. The chart is forming beautiful pattern, a beautiful bullish pattern, which is the inverse head and shoulders pattern. And I do believe Ethereum will be at all-time highs. Just when the duration, since we're still having some selling pressure from Grayscale, it might take a few weeks, but we will eventually reach this all-time high. We will eventually reach this all-time high of 4,872, 4,900, and potentially even going above this all-time high and seeing some new price action above all-time high. So I think this brings me to the end of my video. If you were able to reach this far in this video, I thank you. Just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one.